Routinely, turkey vultures roost in the dead trees near the White Gate entrance to the Cedar Point Biological Station in Keith County, 8 miles north of Ogallala, Nebraska. I have two really very fond and interesting memories of turkey vultures, both of them on field trips with the renowned ornithologist George M. Sutton when I was a student at the University of Oklahoma. On one of those trips, we were in the Arbuckle Mountains and hiking along and came to a break in the rocks, a little, not really a cavern, but just not really a cave, but big enough to get down into. And I looked down in there, and there's a little vulture. And so this was obviously a vulture nest, and that baby turkey vulture was maybe only a few days old. It fit in my one hand beautifully, and it was the most darling thing I'd ever seen at the time. I brought it out, and Sutton sort of looked at it and felt around and said, "Yeah, full of dead squirrels." The other incident was at the Great Salt Plains in northern Oklahoma, where Sutton knew about a vulture nest in an old shack, part of an abandoned farmstead. So we visited that shack, and he said, "Okay, go ahead and crawl in there and see those little vultures." Well, they weren't really little. In fact, there were two of them, and they stood up, and as I sort of got face to face with them, one of them very slowly regurgitated a foul-smelling, rotten mess that I still remember to this day. And when I got a copy of George Sutton's book, Oklahoma Birds, and asked him to autograph it for me, he said, "Inscribed to my friend John Janovi, who will perhaps remember the baby buzzards in the old shack at the Salt Plains Refuge when he uses this book." George Doc Sutton, dated February 9th, 1958. Absolutely. That's a smell that you never forget. But you love those vultures at Cedar Point, especially when they are cooperative for the photographer.